to welcome everybody for being here in this super special day to see Jacob Defense and what he has been done over the last couple of years, more than a couple. And first of all, I would like to welcome the family of Jacob, his dad, Wayne Ratliff, his mom, Christina Meyers, and Shirley Holman, his cousin, Kim Simmons, and the grandma, Janice Meyers, that I think is on Zoom, and Keith, and many other family members that are on Zoom. Welcome, and thank you for coming here to celebrate Jacob. I would like also to thank the committee that has been Jacob through these years. It takes a village. So Adam, Celine, Tiago, and Stephanie, thank you so much for helping me, guiding Jacob through this path. It's been a pleasure to do it with all of you. I would like to ask Yuri Guzaki if he shows up. He's the external, and if not, will be Luke. And I would like to also take a chance to ask all the members of my lab for really being like a great team and to support everybody and to have such a great environment for everybody to thrive. And so I would, I'm going to give the stage to Jacob in a second, but I will just take 2 minutes just to tell you a little bit about Jacob. You all know him, and many of you probably as well better than me, but I think it's fair to say that Jacob is like a shining star that is really a joy to work with in all regards. And he is very brave. So this picture was the first picture taken in my lab the week that I started. And before we got furniture or pipette or almost anything, there was Jacob, Claire, and Lisa. And it was just, I was so privileged to just start from the get-go with such a great team. And Jacob, I interviewed him, I was still in Connecticut, still didn't have a job. And within 3 minutes, I was like, okay, Jacob is going to be my PhD student, and we are going to get along really well. He had precise questions, very on target, but also had a lot of flexibility of thought and joy whenever we would touch a nerve that is his curiosity. He would really sprout, and it's been really beautiful to see him grow. And through the past, there has been a lot of, as you can say, bravery, but also a lot of fun. Bravery sometimes comes with some drinks and some food, and there was a lot of that in the lab. And a lot of hard work and the unknown. And so here is such hard work. So this picture is a Saturday where Jacob is doing experiments and there's a flood in the lab. And I think right now they are starting to see the dripping and calculating, how long it's gonna take for us to move all the furniture out. And this was in the midst of a pandemic. You can see the masks, and remembering it. And within a few hours, everything had to be moved out of the lab, and it was breeze of water in the upstairs floor. So, and we were very lucky that Jacob was working in the lab and called everybody to help on a weekend day. And so it really was a journey, and a journey with a lot of hiccups, but a journey that with all the hiccups was still very successful, and I am so proud. So he had hard work in many other aspects, Here you can see him doing the curtains for our rig. He's just very gifted. It's in this tiny sewing machine, and it's just incredible. They really look good. And that's the rigs where he also did all his experiments. And again, the pandemic and many ways of circumvent these spaces. We had a lot of fun and a lot of nourishment through the years. This is our first outgoing at Jacob's Pickles, just. And there was I had dozens of pictures of having fun, both, in restaurants, in picnics, very picking, apple picking, and etc. And it's really such a joy for me to see my lab being such great teammates and friends. And so that is being I feel very proud. But with nourishment and hard work comes fulfillment. And here that's when they submitted their paper to Nature. And I was not in the lab. I was like, and they were like, okay, like we did it here. Just to picture, this was like a lot of hiccups. Everybody sleep deprived and very tired, but it was like a big moment of accomplishment. And all of this was done with the community, a big community between my lab and Luke's lab and Tiago and many others, and it is just one of the examples of our gatherings. Jake is very serious, and you can see here like how serious he is, like in this Halloween picture, or here with a hat. There is a Christmas tree on the right, and so you know the lab works very hard. Jacob is super hardworking and very rigorous, but it's been also a lot of fun. And you can see the seriousness continues, both in all aspects. And sometimes you have matching clothes. It's just like a lab tradition, turns out. So it's been a joy. In the process, I heard many times about Jacob's big adventures, whether it was after presenting his work at the Gordon Conference, taking a motorcycle and tour around Europe, or many of the trips upstate through the wilderness, alone and with the team, and it's like always something that brings him joy, and it's been a pleasure for me to testimony. There's been some time of leisure, you know, sometimes we need a break, so we went on some outgoings where like everybody just ends up lying down in the sun and relaxing, including me, and fun, a lot of fun, such as here, like in pumpkin picking, amongst others. And so I want to finish by like to show you So, you know, he's also a very gifted singer at karaoke, and I think this image just shows how much it is being so beautiful to see Jacob growing through this community and to really partake in this process with you and see you becoming, you know, so like seeing you shining more. And you already so much potential, but you became like a really, really caring mentor and team player and bright student and great intellectual spirit. A lot of honesty and a lot of rigor, which I really appreciate, and I'm really gonna miss you a lot. Welcome.
Not supposed to cry before. Renata's screen was visible. I'm not sure. Are you there?
He like left the time just like right off.